Welcome to the Six Hockey pregame show. Thomas West alongside Liam Crothers. Today's featured matchup is the Toronto Marlies versus the Vaughan Kings. And Liam, a lot of top-end talent and a lot of potential high draft picks in this matchup.
Yeah, a lot of names that we're going to see going to be competing to be drafted in the upcoming OHL draft. And they might be teammates right now, but come draft time, everyone's going to be competing for that number one spot. And we've got some potential on both of these teams to claim pick number one.
Well, let's take a look at the forwards line, starting first with the Toronto Marlies, and lots of talent on that top line, but who's starting tonight for the Marlies?
Oh, plenty of talent. Colby Barlow is the first name that sticks out to me. He's a threat wherever he is on the ice. He's got a fantastic shot. Angus MacDonell, he's an agitator. He plays on the edge. He's got a tendency to get under his opponent's skin, but he's tremendously effective. Christopher Grizzolia, he's a creative player. He's able to work his way around the offensive zone and set up his teammates with some nice passing, and he's very tenacious when it comes to grabbing that puck.
Yeah, and that whole line is probably looking to get drafted and probably pretty high up in the draft as well. As we take a look at the lines for the Vaughan Kings now. Who's starting tonight for them?
Well, Giacomo Martino isn't going to stick out every night. He's got a quiet play style. It's a bit of a lofty comparison of John Tavares. Picks up pretty much a point every night, but you don't always notice him that much. He is a pure goal scorer, though. Stefan Forgione, he is physical. He likes to lay the body, and maybe sometimes that's a detriment to him because in the offensive zone, he might look to lay a hit instead of playing a pass. Luciano Supino, he is a playmaker, very strong with the puck. He's able to move around his defenders, set up his teammates. It's like he's got eyes in the back of his head sometimes.
Well, an interesting matchup between Giacomo Martino and Colby Barlow, two of the wingers. This will be something to keep an eye on. Martino, kind of more of a calm player. You don't notice him, but he'll score 20 goals a year. But let's feature Colby Barlow for a minute. This is a guy who's not only looking to go high up in the OHL draft, he's looking to go top 10, top 5.
And he's got the potential to go in those spots. His shot is so potent working around the offensive zone, but if you take that shot away, he's equally effective in front of the net, tipping pucks, and down in the corners, he can put the puck past the goaltender, picking some spots. That shot is dangerous, but his hands are equally as talented.
The defensive lines to watch, starting with the Toronto Marlies now. Who do you have your eye on?
Zachary Sandu's the first guy that I look at. He can facilitate. He'll cut the puck away out from in front of his own net. He's able to pick off passes and get the puck down. Tristan Bertucci is a leader. He's the captain of this team. He quarterbacks the power play, works well in both ends, but on the man advantage, that's when he shines, being the guy at the top of the blue line.
Potential top draft pick as well, Tristan Bertucci for the Vaughan Kings. Who catches your eye on defense for them?
Denver Guyer and Matthew Callow, two different players. Denver Guyer is a defensive defenseman in every sort. He makes zone entries very tough for opposing players. He's always going to try to stand you up, loves to lay the hit. An enforcer, sometimes that can lead to penalty trouble. Matthew Callow, he's defensively responsible, a little bit different. He's not always going to lay the body, but he's able to work the puck around when the puck goes down low and then comes back to the blue line. He's going to be the guy along the boards keeping it and throwing it back down low for his teammates.
And Guyer and Callow as well. These aren't guys that are going to be on the score sheet every night, but they don't need to be because they certainly clear away and get the puck out of their own zone for guys like Giacomo Martino to really step up, don't they?
The defensive stability on this Vaughan Kings team is something that's going to stick out to you. Pretty much every guy that plays on that blue line is able to cut the puck out in their own zone and work it around in order to get out and create offensive rushes. They're not all offensively inclined, but they certainly are defensively inclined.
The starting goalies for tonight, both number one guys going for each of their respective teams.
It's Joseph Costanzo for the Toronto Marlies, 6'1", one of the taller goaltenders that you'll see in this league. On the other side, it's Mason Vaccari. He's 5'10", pretty average that you'll see here in the GTHL, and both guys are equally capable of making those big-time saves. It's always fun to see.
As we are just about set for puck drop now, that does it for our time here on the Six Hockey pregame show from Thomas West, and Liam Crothers will be on the call in just a moment. Puck drop is next. Welcome to the Westwood Arena for a presentation of the Six Hockey. Vaughan Kings taking on the Toronto Marlies. I'm Thomas West alongside Liam Crothers. And Liam, these Vaughan Kings in a little bit more tough against the Toronto Marlies today.
Tremendously talented team. We saw what they were able to do offensively, defensively, and in the special teams game, but this Marlies team is a little bit more talented, so we'll see what they get up to in this one.
Should be a fantastic matchup. Two high-powered offenses going at it today as the puck is played back behind the net of Costanzo, the goalie for the Toronto Marlies. Puck is played all the way back down, and it's Vaccari getting a Bunch of snow in his face there right off the bat, the starting goalie for the Vaughan Kings.
That is quite the statement there. Vaccari, typically the starter for this team. We saw Cole Stevens take their last game, but it'll be Vaccari's net tonight, and the Marlies welcome him back into the crease with a little snow shower.
Mason Vaccari, the usual goalie, a little bit taller than Cole Stevens, but he'll play about 75% of the ice time. You'll see this year for the Vaughan Kings. One whistle, one shot on goal, as we're early here in the first period.
And I believe Angus MacDonell is going to be taking a penalty here for unsportsmanlike conduct on that snow shower.
Well, we noticed it. We weren't sure if it was going to get called, and I guess it does, as Martino now has it for the Vaughan Kings. Martino plays it down low all the way around the boards, and that one's going to get out as it's picked up by a Toronto Marlie. Into the zone, shot fired up high, and looks like it went just over the blocker side there of Vaccari. Bringing it back in. And knocked down there, Streetsy. Played back to the front of the net, and it was just outside of the outreach stick there in front of the net of Forgione. Back in the middle, Forgione just has one go under his stick. Martino fires a shot right back in front. Forgione trying to poke it home.
We got another penalty coming up here to the Marlies.
Well, this is definitely an opportunity right now for the Vaughan Kings. A penalty early on, and were we 4-on-4 now?
Well, if it was on the Marlies, it'll... Oh, massive hit in the middle of the ice there. As you can see, Christopher Grisolia.
Yeah, Grisolia is a big body there, but not quite the right time to be putting down that hit, as he'll get a minor penalty for that when the puck is played all the way back down. So power play for the Vaughan Kings now.
It continues 5-on-3 here. The Marlies have come out very aggressive so far, and we're less than 2 minutes in. They've already taken 2 penalties.
Back to the point now. They could really use a capitalization on this power play. Lanni gets the puck back at the point. Now loses it momentarily, but with 5-on-3, lots of time to work here. Playing give and go with his defense right back in front of the net. Forgione is there, and he'll take the puck back away. Still possession for the Vaughan Kings. Forgione playing it down low. Back out to the point, Rego. Now to Lanni. Right back in front of the net, tipped just wide by Forgione. Now back to Rego. Rego over to Lanni. Lanni plays it down low. Looking for maybe Rego in the middle. Now he finds him. Rego fires a shot. Just goes wide. Rebound in front. Relentless pressure here from the Vaughan Kings. Rego playing give and go with Lanni. Lanni fires a shot right in front. Forgione fires it. Scores! Forgione gets the Vaughan Kings on the board on the power play, and it's 1-0.
I mean, a quick start. We saw 2 penalties from the Marlies. A great job from Rego and Lanni working the puck along the blue line, and they get it to Forgione, the man in the middle, and he's able to bang that one home. Squeaks through an early lead here for the undefeated Vaughan Kings.
And that one does go 5-hole there on Costanzo, but he was just trying to get across. A smart shot there from Forgione. He's a big guy. He's got a great shot, but a bit of finesse that time on that goal. Comes on the power play on the 5-on-3, and this is something that really needs to be taken care of. The power plays are going to be a problem if it continues like this for the Marlies.
Yeah, and we've heard from some scouts that this Marlies team does like to take a couple penalties. They're usually operating at least a man down, if not more, and they've got some players that are willing to take risks. Nathaniel MacDonald, number 19, he's a big boy, but he does take a few penalties, some that his coach would rather he didn't, and we've already seen that the Vaughan Kings power play is operating at full efficiency.
So 5-on-4 now after the goal put one player back in the box, but still work to be done here for the Marlies as it's kind of shoved back in the zone there. Thrown out to the middle, now down low once again. Cross crease pass and got away from a stick there. Puck is played all the way down the ice. Coughlan is in there to try and kill a little more time off. MacDonald forechecking as well, but now they got to get back. Rego in the corner, flicks one up, pass Bertucci, still in it. A star defender for the Marlies. And the puck is flipped out through center ice as time drains down in this power play. Costanzo now behind the net. Playing it out front, Shitzy was open now. Forgione in the middle, fires a shot, scores! Forgione again! 2-0 Kings.
Well, 2 opportunities on the power play and 2 goals. Forgione with his second. That's another power play marker for the Vaughan Kings. And on the bench, Richard Powers, the coach of the Marlies, has to be upset. I mean, you see your guys go out there early and they take 2 really unnecessary penalties, and already you've put yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah, and that's another one that is a tough one for a goalie on Costanzo. It seems like it gets right under his glove. But that time, a pretty powerful shot to get it by, and wide open in front of the net was Forgione, as now the puck's cleared out. And finally, we're playing some 5-on-5 hockey as we hit the 11:46 mark here in the first period. Puck is flipped up, a line change for the defense of the Vaughan Kings. Behind the net once again. Jackson Mayo is in there. Puck played out once again. Now the Marlies with a bit of offensive pressure. Hagiwara dumps that one in. Moves back to the point. Fires a shot. Goes just wide. It might have deflected off of Martino in front. Sturge battling for it with Martino. Coming into the play once again as a forward for the Toronto Marlies. Now it's dumped all the way back around. Marlies are changing. Thought about trying to pinch that puck in at the line, but he's still going to hold it. Nice job there. Jackson Mayo battling with him. Collela and Sturge the defense for the Vaughan Kings. Puck is flipped up, still behind the net. Colella on it. Trying to bring it out, puts it off the boards, and it's just past Jackson Mayo. Couldn't connect with that one. All the way over on the left side now. Throws it in. Grisolio was there to pressure that one, but now all the way back behind the net of Costanzo. Bertucci battling for it there with Rego. Cole Barrett plays it back to the point. Shot there, and Costanzo, it leaks away from him. Another rebound in a dangerous area, but now another penalty is going to be coming. Oh no, this is against the Marlies again, isn't it?
Well, it looked like a hook there coming around the net, and man, after a couple of brief stoppages for some penalties, we had a nice bit of open play there, but as you can see coming around, I mean, both players get tied up. It'll be interesting to see who this call is on, if it's on Rego or if it's on the Marlies player.
Oh yeah, and 4 players out on the ice for the Vaughan Kings, so the Marlies have a chance to bring it back within one, a 5-on-4 power play. Angus MacDonell will take the draw for the Toronto Marlies, and he wins it. Back to the point now, shot there, rebound in front of the net, and it's flicked out wide. Behind the net of Costanzo. Rips the puck up, trying to get this power play going quickly, but it's going to be all the way down the ice, and could be an icing. No. Puck dumped around on the glass. Big hit there on the boards. Zachary Sandu taking a bunch of that one. Cole Barrett forechecking once again. Vaughan Kings are on the power play right now. Marlies looking to get something going. 1:25 to go in the power play. They took a couple early penalties that's really burned them so far, but a chance to get some of it. That backhand shot there goes just wide on Vaccari. To the point once again. Shot there, and Bertucci was wide open, sticky, tapping for the puck, but it's going to be gobbled up by Vaccari.
How about the first couple shifts for Forgione? Scores the 2 on the power play, and then a big hit there along the boards to Sandu. And Sandu was the man who got tied up with Rego that ended up resulting in this Marlies power play. And they've looked pretty decent. Some offensive zone time, but nothing too serious troubling Mason Vaccari so far.
Yeah, and that's just what Forgione does. He scores goals. He's a powerful player, but he can also lay the body, and Sandu really felt it on that one. Back to the point now. DeLacey. Into the corner, right to the middle, and a shot fired just high. That was Chase Coughlan. Now the puck is played up, kicks right out to the middle, slap shot from the point. Knocked away, Ryan Nichols. Played in once again. Into the zone of the Vaughan Kings. Behind the net, and oh, here we go. Another penalty here is going to come against the Vaughan Kings as that shot is fired just wide. Net is empty now. MacDonald plays it to the point. Slap shot there. Big pad save by Vaccari. And finally, the Vaughan Kings will touch up.
And it looked like Colella in front, the defenseman. Doesn't take too many risks. I mean, in the first game, we saw that he was pretty poised along the blue line, but it looks like taking an unnecessary penalty there as he gets the hands up into the face, and the ref's going to call that pretty much every time.
Yeah, Colella had a fantastic game and a very disciplined game we saw last time out. Did a fantastic job being smart, pinching at the right time. So it's going to be a two-man advantage now for the Marlies and a real opportunity to bring it back within one.
And we saw what Vaughan could do with the two-man advantage. We'll see if the Marlies can equal those markers and try to get themselves back into this thing. I mean, it's crazy to think we still got 8 minutes and 52 seconds. We're only in the first period, and we've had a ton of play going on here. Both ends taking penalties, scoring goals. Hopefully, the Marlies look to do that as well.
Yeah, we were talking about how much of a blunder it is to give up 2 penalties right off the bat and give up 2 goals. Well, they've almost given it right back here, did the Vaughan Kings, and with 20 seconds to play on this two-man advantage, it's a good opportunity for the Marlies to get back in it. Puck is played back to the point. Bertucci now playing it down low, quarterbacking the power play. Bertucci fires one on net. Big save there by Vaccari. He's been good early on. 7 shots on goal so far for the Marlies. Down low, shot fired once again. Rebound in front. It went off a leg, and trying to tap that home was a forward for the Toronto Marlies. Bertucci now working it in, plays it to the corner, slap shot fanned there, but the Marlies still have possession once again. Coughlan is going to not get too much on that shot, fires it wide. Down low, back out from the corner, Kobe Barlow it was. Had a couple of opportunities on that shift, and there's Rego again, and trying to kill off some of this time. They've killed off the two-man advantage. Now they have a minute and 4 seconds to go on the power play. That's what the Marlies have to work with. Down low, Kobe Barlow going to work on that one, a potential first overall draft pick in the upcoming draft, but that is yet to be determined. Play here will definitely dictate how that goes. Puck played into the corner once again, 45 seconds to go. Kobe Barlow again rips a shot, big save by Vaccari. Played back to the point and able to hold the line is MacDonell. MacDonell, nice toe drag, works his way in, fires a shot up high and over the glass.
Two very different power play styles. I mean, we saw that the Vaughan Kings like to move the puck around, try to open themselves up for a great opportunity, and Forgione took both shots pretty much in between the hash marks. But, I mean, we've had a bunch of Marlies players try to get involved in this. We saw Barlow on the right side. We saw MacDonell coming up the middle. I mean, these Marlies are taking shots, and they are not wasting time here.
Slap shot from the point by Michael Im, glove save, and yeah, credit to Forgione as well. He has 2 goals in this game, and that shot by Kobe Barlow, we know how dangerous he is. Nice job to get a stick in the lane there.
Yeah, some great defensive play, and we had mentioned off the top, he was playing well in his own zone with a big hit, proving that he can do it with the body and the stick. That's important.
There's Zachary Sandu out there on the point. Might be his first time out there since that big hit from Forgione. Play into the corner once again. Knocked off the puck by Sturge. Down low, still in possession of the Marlies. Zachary Sandu at the point. Played down low, Castagna trying to work his way to the middle. Still on it as into the middle once again. Vaccari looking for it, and he covers it up.
An important cover there for Vaccari. When the goaltender has to find the puck through a bunch of feet, it can be dangerous. Maybe you reach for it and it ends up getting tipped away, but that's a smart play there to freeze the puck, get the line change, and get some fresh bodies on the ice to help you out.
And that was Jonathan Castagna down below the net there with that chance there on Vaccari. So power play just about done. 2 seconds to go in the power play, and that's going to do it as that clear will come just out over the line. DeLachi and another whistle.
And I think that puck might have gotten up into the bench and hit off the stanchion and came back in play.
So it's going to be a face-off to the left of Vaccari. It's going to be Rego to take it for the Vaughan Kings. Against, looks like Coughlan there. And now Coughlan will be thrown out. It's won by the Vaughan Kings, but still taken by the Marlies. Down low once again. Nichols firing one out in front. Nice pass there by Nichols, but just couldn't find a stick. Down low once again, MacDonald. Working with the puck, MacDonald... Rego in there as he always is to the point once again, and that one's going to go past DeLachi and all the way down the ice. Costanzo right out of his net, a bit of a dangerous play, but it'll still be in the possession of the Toronto Marlies momentarily. Big hit at the line right there, and nothing is going to come of that, but a couple big bodies colliding there. 2-on-1 now. Rego coming in, fires a shot, scores! Anselmo Rego, a big goal, and what a shot over the shoulder there of Costanzo.
It's 3-0 Vaughan Kings. I mean, we raved about Rego's ability on the puck. He was everywhere in the last game. He was looking for opportunities. He passed the puck maybe a little bit more than he should have. Here he sees one option, and that's himself, and he makes no mistake, fires it past Costanzo, and very early on here, the Kings have the Marlies on the ropes.
So these are a couple players that didn't score in their last game. For Forgione, he has the first two, didn't have one against the Flyers, and now Rego, what a great shot there, getting it up over the shoulder of Costanzo. No goal last game, but there were two players that you could tell were just waiting to get going, as it's 3-0 now for the Vaughan Kings, and boy, those penalties are really hurting the Marlies now. Down low once again, a bit of a collision there. Marlies are going to bring it back out. Angus MacDonell. Shot fired up high. Vaccari is going to be able to steer that one aside behind the net once again, coming out to the point. Bertucci working with the puck. Bertucci gets it down low, trying to find the return pass, but a couple of Marlies tied up there, and an odd man rush the other way. But Bertucci responsibly getting back there, playing defense right back out in front. Big save! And Nikitopolous finds it. He covers it up and weathers the storm.
He's not getting any help from his defenseman either. He's got a man right out in front, all alone. Nikitopolous comes out strong, makes himself big, takes that one away. Way to introduce yourself to your teammates. He comes in and makes two fantastic saves right out in front of his crease.
Yeah, you're right. Nikitopolous is now in after the 3 goals let up by Costanzo. And the pressure is really coming on here by the Vaughan Kings. Rego to take the draw, but he's kicked out now, so Cole Barrett's going to take it. Rego will move over to the wing. Barrett wins the draw back to Rego. Working his way in. Nice little move there. Rego trying to get to the front of the net. Still working with the puck. Reverses it down low. Bertucci heads up play to get on it, but he's checked quickly. Sandu working on it down low. Now the puck is thrown out to center, and a big hit there on Callow. That came from Hagiwara. Bertucci firing it in. Another big hit. Bertucci takes that one. And it's going to be all the way back down the ice into the end of the Vaughan Kings as working into the zone, and Vaccari had to be sharp there.
And it looked like the net came dislodged. And obviously Nikitopolous is in now for Costanzo. I can't really say I agree with that. Costanzo didn't necessarily get a ton of help on those first couple of goals. They were playing down a man both times. Those first 2 goals were scored, and then that third one, not much you can do. Rego's got a tremendous shot. He was allowed to walk in all alone. I bet you he feels hard done by, but now it's time for Nikitopolous to prove that he can backstop this team. Still a lot of game left to be played.
Yeah, it might be something of a momentum shift, or trying to switch things up, see if the Marlies can't get back into this game. They certainly have the capability to hang with this Vaughan Kings team. It's just a matter of doing it as a glove save there by Vaccari, who's been sharp so far.
Yes, and he has, and we didn't see him the last time these Vaughan Kings were playing, but we see him now, and there's a reason that most people believe he is the number 1 starter for this team. He's very poised in between the net. He makes the stops that he needs to, and we've seen earlier on that he's not afraid to freeze the puck if he thinks his boys need a change or if he just wants to slow things down.
So the face-off will now be to the right of Vaccari. Marlies looking for a little bit of offensive zone time. Martino battling for the puck. And the Marlies are going to come away with it now. Played down low. MacDonald. Down low once again. Throwing back out in front to the point now. Coughlan fires a shot, and a big save there. As the puck is tipped away, and here come the Vaughan Kings on a rush, and it's turned back the other way. Coughlan. Forward for the Marlies will take it back. Turned over once again. Into the corner now. And played all the way around and back out through the other way. Behind the net of Vaccari, a battle for it. The Marlies have controlled the pace of play when they're in the offensive zone for sure in this game, but the score sheet certainly says otherwise. The penalties are a big factor in this game right now. A bump behind the net, back out in front, and cleaned up nicely there by the Vaughan Kings, thrown all the way back out to center ice. 3:55 to go in the first period. Puck is flipped back in behind Vaccari. Couple of players battling for it in the corner there. Now Jackson Mayo will come away with it. Flick one out through center, turns it over to Deleche. Into the middle, looking for Colby Barlow, can't find him. And back the other way is Supino. A couple goals last game for him. Jackson Mayo on it now, and taken away there by Bertucci and another whistle.
This game's been fun so far. We've had a lot of back and forth action, some great scoring opportunities for both sides. Vaughan has capitalized on their opportunities so far, but as we mentioned before, there is a lot of time left to tick off of that clock, and the Marlies are certainly more than capable of bringing this game back to 3-3.
Here's MacDonell, the star player for the Marlies, to take the draw. Loses it though. It's back behind the net. Lanni clears it just outside the line. Bertucci dumps it back in, but the Marlies are offside, so they'll go tag up. And now finally out to center ice. Jackson Mayo is going to come in there to pressure the defender there in a big collision, but the puck is going to be all the way back down behind Vaccari. Working in the zone. Now puck flipped just wide there of Vaccari. Colby Barlow will play it down low. Right back out in front of the net, and it's in the back of the net. It looks like Angus MacDonell was able to get that one past Vaccari, and it's 3-1.
Well, it's not the first time MacDonell's been in the crease of Vaccari so far. He started out the game with a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, snow shower, but that one pretty unsportsmanlike as well. Vaccari has no chance on that ripper. Right out in front, pops it over that right shoulder, and just like that, the Marlies are right back in it.
It was a great feed from down low and good composure there by MacDonell to put it in. And, well, that's a much-needed goal for the Toronto Marlies late in this first period, looking to try and make their way back into the game. M is going to put that one up the boards. Barrett steals it, chipping his way in right to the front of the net, and a save there by Nikitopolous. Back once again, Georgie. He's going to outlet that puck, get it into the zone of the Vaughan Kings. Puck is played all the way back in, but the Marlies are offside, and that's Castagna who's going to have to come back and tag up. Played back once again, Barrett right into the middle. Trying to work it into the zone, and it's Rego who will, but he'll do it offside.
Back and forth, man. This has been fantastic hockey so far. Not a lot of puck possession for either team. Not a lot of stalling in the neutral zone or, regrouping behind your own net. It's been end to end. The chances have been plenty for both teams. 17-12 the shots, and we're not even out of the first yet.
A lot of power plays as well, as Martino's going to win that one back, but a little too cleanly as it's picked up there by Coughlan. Pressuring the puck now, gets it back out. Jacob Streetsy with the puck. Throws it down low, Martino. Marlies will break it out of their own zone through the neutral zone. Little behind the back pass there from Steven. Puck is going to be flipped up through the boards as Sturge will just get it in deep. No line change though, as Forgione will chase that one down in the corner, delivering another hit of his own there, and a bit of a battle now in the corner with his counterpart there on the Marlies. Puck played back to the point now, fired down low. Sturzy working on the puck now, Sturge. But coming away with it once again are the Toronto Marlies. Forgione is creating havoc right now in the neutral zone. Might have knocked a stick out of a defender's hand right there behind the play, and once again, Marlies in possession in their own zone, controlling the pace, controlling the momentum right now in this game, but they are down 3-1. 56 seconds to go here. Grisolia brings it through center ice, working his way in, sidesteps a man. And still in possession of the puck, now played behind the net. Chipped up once again to the point, and it's going to just pop over the defender's stick there as it's played back. Lanni. Nice little move, loses Rego, brings it in once again for the Marlies. Pass cut off through the middle. MacDonell now fires a shot. That one's just going to go off a body once again. 18 seconds to go here in the first period. Puck played down low. MacDonell pressuring there. Jackson Mayo in there and looking for that outlet pass with 8 seconds to go. Once again, a shot fired there. Pad saved by Vaccari. In the middle again, Colby Barlow was just lurking there on that far side, but they couldn't quite get it to him. But 3-1 Vaughan Kings, but if you look at the later stage of this period, you'd be surprised that they have the lead.
Yeah, for sure. There's been a lot of back and forth play, and I mean, when you're putting yourself in bad positions like the Marlies were to start out this game with two very early penalties and Costanzo not really having a chance on either goal from Forgione, I mean, it's just tough to get going. I mean, they definitely found their feet later in the period. You can see in the shots 18 to 12, as you mentioned, Forgione twice on the power play, and then Rego right after, and that spelt the end of the day for Costanzo. And now Nikitopolous taking over the net since then. I think he's been very good.
Yeah, he's been fantastic, and he's been able to weather the storm. You mentioned the goal scorers as well. We see Angus MacDonell getting the last one on a great feed from behind the net, and that was a much-needed goal for the Marlies.
Well, I mean, if you go down 4-0 before the end of the first period, it kind of puts you out of things, but the Marlies held tough. They know they got a lot of game left to play. The penalty minutes pretty even, although I do believe we'll be getting a penalty for one of the teams as we come out of the break here. I saw the referee with his arm up, so we'll see who that's on.
3-1 score for the Vaughan Kings. They got a real break early on as they were just able to score 2 goals on a 5-on-3, and then on the ensuing power play coming off the 5-on-3 they got another. That gave them a 2-0 boost. But now it's 3-1. You take a look at the shots on goal as well. 18 to 12. Quite a few more for the Marlies, especially considering the penalties they've taken. They're definitely probably pretty fortunate to be where they are, but the Vaughan Kings are definitely going to need to step it up in this game in terms of offense and defense. And oh yeah, look at that. It looks like it's going to be a penalty against the Vaughan Kings. So the Marlies could bring this within 1 here early on in the second period as the puck is played all the way back down. Nikitopolous takes that one from his own end. Puck played out once again along the boards. MacDonell working with it in the corner. Played down low. Grisolia. Back through the middle, and the puck's going to be cleared all the way down by the Vaughan Kings. Nice job of penalty killing here early on. Nikitopolous has it behind the net, and setting up from his own end is Vaccari Sandu. Plays it up the wing, Colby Barlow. Working his way around, Barlow behind the net, looking for someone to pass to, decides to go back to the point. Bertucci fires one on net. MacDonell trying to sneak one in on the short side. And Bertucci's going to cough that one up. Here comes a break the other way. And a big stop there. No, it just goes wide. I'm not sure there if Nikitopolous is able to get a piece of it. As here comes MacDonell the other way, and he scores. On the breakaway, a power play goal. And it's 3-2.
Well, anguish one way, joy the other. The Vaughan Kings have a breakaway opportunity, and coming in, they miss the net. MacDonell sitting at the blue line. He receives the outlet pass, and he has no problem putting it away. You see here, goes to the backhand, just misses the net. So close there for Martino. And then back the other way, MacDonell makes no mistake on Vaccari, coming in all alone.
Vaccari was definitely caught off guard, and who wouldn't be on that kind of a breakaway? 2 breakaways in a span of about 10 seconds. But MacDonell, very smart to put that one away, just uses his speed and his size, and what a great shot on the low blocker side. So we're going to be back to 5-on-5 hockey again, and penalties have been a problem for both teams. 3-2 now for the Vaughan Kings, and they look like they're reeling a little bit here at this point in the period. Puck is played back behind the net. We get a whistle. Looks like offside. I know it's going to be a face-off now to the left of Vaccari. Puck is won by the Vaughan Kings. Played back behind the net. Barrett now fires one right back out in front, and Hagiwara just tipped that one wide of Vaccari. Vaccari's really held his team in it. 2 goals on 19 shots is not a bad score, but he needs some help from the defense and the power play as well. Shot right to the middle. Rego just put that one wide, looking for his second goal of the game. Another one going to a knee there, and once again, the puck is chipped all the way back out. Lanni now working his own zone. Nice job to lose a forward there. Castagna was in there to try and pressure him, and the puck's going to be flicked all the way back down. Nikitopolous plays it behind his own net. Puck chipped up the boards once again. Colby Barlow. But he can't quite get there in time. Vaughan bringing it back the other way. Now flipping it down into the zone. Shot there, and a big save. 2 pad saves there, it looked like, from Nikitopolous. But Vaughan still with possession. Played down low. Nikitopolous a pad save. A scramble for it in front of the net. Now behind the net. as trying to get it out front there to Sapino. Couple of goals last game, looking for one here. Just about had an opportunity in front of the net. Behind the net, Rego. Pass Supino, shot fired there by Sturge, just goes wide, and as Colella touches this one up, we're going to get another whistle.
Well, and the Marlies have certainly shored things up recently with the change of in net to Nikitopolous. And, I mean, you look at the back end, guys like Alexander Steven, who can play both forward and defense. We've seen him on the back end trying to keep the puck in once or twice in this game. And Tristan Bertucci, he is the man for the blue line group. He's number 12 for the Marlies. He's got a ton of potential, and he's very popular amongst the room. At least that's what the scouts tell me.
Well, a face-off now to the left of Nikitopolous. 3-2, 12-17 to go here. In the second period, puck is played down low, throwing back. Bertucci's going to try and race this one down. Not the biggest guy, but a ton of skill on the defensive end for the Toronto Marlies, and he'll put the puck in the back of the net occasionally as well. Bertucci chasing this one down, has an offensive player chasing him. Coughlan is going to chip that one by the referee, but not quite enough. Played to the front of the net, just goes wide. Jackson Mayo playing with it and now flips it up, and another whistle, probably another offensive zone draw for the Vaughan Kings.
It looks like McIsaac pleading his case there as the net comes off and it kills that offensive opportunity for the Vaughan Kings. Maybe he's insinuating that the goaltender or maybe another Marlies player a little accidentally on purpose knocking the net off to try to stop the play. And you can see the ref talking to Nikitopolous now, so maybe that's what happened and maybe being issued a little warning here.
As they secure the net once again. Looks like it's hammered in there good. And we get another face-off offensive zone draw. Shots 16-19 as, well, it's been a good couple minutes, you'd have to say, for the Vaughan Kings as they're starting to weather the tide a little bit that has been coming on lately, especially given all of the penalties that they've been taking. Shot fired and blocked in front of the net. Now a stretch pass once again. Colby Barlow racing on it, but wisely kicked away there by Vaccari. Played back through the middle, out of the zone, out of harm's way for the Vaughan Kings, as the Marlies will try and set up from their own zone. Puck is played in once again. Down low, turnover there, Barlow with a shot. And MacDonell was on the doorstop should there be a rebound.
Man, a very risky turnover there for the Vaughan Kings. There are so many offensive weapons on this Marlies team. Barlow and Castagna, obviously right there with a shot that might have snuck through, but Vaccari held himself strong, was positioned well and ready for the turnover. And I will say there's been a lot of checking so far in this game. Usually we'll see a lot of, attempted finesse moves trying to lift the stick, but we've seen a lot of body on body so far.
And that's just the brand of hockey that you're going to play when you come up against the Toronto Marlies. A lot of skill and size as well on the other side for the Vaughan Kings. But this is just the Marlies game. They'll wear you down. There's a lot of hitting, and the penalties are a result of that sometimes, which we saw early on. But they've been good lately as there's a battle for the puck at the boards. Just gets by Hagiwara and now chipped out and trying to come the other way. Shot fired on. Big pad save there by Vaccari, and he kicks the rebound out of harm's way. Another shot, and it looked like it could have been tipped, but Sandhu's shot is going to be gobbled up there by Vaccari.
And a smart shot there by Sandhu. You put the puck on net, good things happen. Obviously not trying to get it right through Vaccari, just tries to put it on and cause a little mayhem, but Mason sees it all the way, and he's able to stop it, get a freeze, and he gets a line change for his teammates.
Ryan Nichols is going to take the draw for the Toronto Marlies. Or no, he's not. He's going to be kicked out, and it's MacDonald to come in and take it for him. Loses that draw, put back, but Nichols comes away with the puck anyway. Puck is kicked out. Battle for it at the boards, trying to hold the line there as the defender of the Toronto Marlies. Comes back the other way. Down low once again. Looking for an outlet pass, finds it through the middle for the Toronto Marlies. Nichols, back to MacDonald, fires a shot. That one just went wide. Good opportunity there for the Marlies, but still in the danger zone as Vaccari finally puts a glove on it.
Right, and MacDonald with a little dig there at Vaccari at the end of the play. It's mind games. The Toronto Marlies aren't just going to try to hit you out of the building, and they're not going to try to dangle you into the seats. They're also going to play mind games with you. They'll give you a snow shower, as we've seen before. They'll get another shot in on the goaltender, maybe a little shot after a hit on the boards. It's a fundamentally physical game, and it gets into the opponent's head. Good job on the Vaughan Kings part so far to keep their composure.
MacDonell trying to push that draw forwards, but it's going to be in the hands of Supino. Puck played all the way down the ice. Michael Lim giving a look and an icing.
This deep pairing of Deleche and Im, I've liked them so far. I've seen a couple opportunities where they've kept the puck in the zone. They've been able to get it deep for their forwards, create some opportunities. It's important for blue liners to be able to hold the zone and be able to cycle play.
Angus MacDonell getting a lot of ice time here in this second period as the Toronto Marlies maybe can sense the momentum coming back a little bit on their side. MacDonell, Colby Barlow out there, as well as Christopher Grassolia for the Toronto Marlies. These are some of their strongest players right now. We'll see if they can figure something out, put one in the back of the net, play in the neutral zone though. Now played back, Colby Barlow trying to pressure it. Grassolia in there as well. Puck is played back all the way down just past Nikitopolous, and another icing call against the Vaughan Kings.
At this point, you start to run yourself into trouble. If you're trying to clear the puck too desperately and not looking for that open pass, you keep the same tired legs out there, and before long, we know that this Marlies team can move the puck around and open themselves up for shots, Barlow on that right side especially. It'll be interesting to see how the Marlies play this if they win this draw.
And they're just going to go right back to Grassolia, MacDonell, and Colby Barlow on the offensive side of things. A little bit of time there. Maybe trying to catch their breath a little bit out of the Vaughan Kings. A couple back-to-back icings. Same guys still out there. Shot fired just wide. Down low once again. Now the puck is played back out. And rolling past Nikitopolous, but not quite enough for an icing. They got the change anyway. Played back down. MacDonell brings it back from his own zone, but he's got to go through a couple of guys and flicks it up into the bench area of the Marlies. Well, how about the play so far of Colby Barlow? He's been all over it. He's a potential top round pick, and he's showing it today.
We've seen him on that right side. He's got that little dangle move that he tries to pull into a snipe. It's a very creative move to get around your defender. It saves you a lot of time, and it opens yourself while you're moving your feet to have those hands ready in a shooting position.
And he's still out there right now with MacDonell and Grassolia as they're battling for it on the boards. It was a long shift for the Vaughan Kings, but they're just going right back to their big guys right here, are the Marlies. See if it'll pay off. Puck is going to be played down low. Francesco Deleche plays it back now through center ice and picked up there by Grassolia, working his way down the wing. Grassolia, and the puck is going to be flipped up and down the ice once again by the Vaughan Kings. It almost seems like the Kings are trying to kill off the rest of this game, but there's a lot of time to go.
You see a lot of sticks on knees, guys bent over, coming back towards their zone. This group is tired. They've iced the puck a couple of times, and if you do that with different lines on the ice, you're hurting yourself because, you get a change for fresh legs, and those guys were already out there for 3 minutes. They haven't refreshed.
Rego and Mayo will come on the ice, as well as Barrett. The offensive line for the Vaughan Kings. The puck is played back. Barrett's going to flip that one out through center, but not quite out. And another whistle here.
Penalty along the boards towards the Marlies here. I'm not sure what it's for, though. Maybe a boarding call? It's maybe interference. I'm not sure. Bit of an interesting call there from the referee. It just looked like playing the body. Be Higawara into the box for what I assume is interference, but referee's discretion, and the Vaughan Kings will look to capitalize on the power play.
Test here for the Marlies. Vaughan Kings haven't been pressing much in this period, but boy, they have a chance right now. Rego has it at the point. Played back. Lanni now playing it down low all the way behind the net. Barrett picking it up. Back to the point. Rego, and it's going to skip past him and get all the way to center ice. So having to reset right now are the Vaughan Kings. 1:33 to go in the power play. Another chance to clear for the Marlies, and they will. Lanni is going to have to pick that one up. Working it through the neutral zone, trying to set something up. the neutral zone trap in full effect, but Martino is able to just blow through that. Now trying to get it back to the point to Rego, but he's tied up the boards. Rego, and that puck's going to go right by him, as it was a nice clearing attempt there by the Toronto Marlies. 1 minute to go in the power play, and a real chance for the Vaughan Kings if they can put one home here.
And when that power play comes up, you know it'll be Lanni, and you know it'll be Rego on that back end. Rego playing on the right side, Lanni on the left. They like to get the puck back towards their men on the blue line and work the puck around, looking for an opportunity.
But great penalty killing so far, as Vaccari is going to come all the way out of his net. Playing for the open net. Oh boy, that was almost a huge mistake between the pipes for the Vaughan Kings. But either way, they still got the power play. 34 seconds to go. Shake it off and get back in the offensive zone. Forgione fires a shot, and that one's going to go high and wide over Nikitopolous.
And Streetsy with a great back check there, as we saw Vaccari come out of his net to play the puck, and he misplayed it along the wall. Streetsy had to cut back in and cut that puck off before it got to the open net, and it created a chance going back the other way. Man, this has been an exciting game so far.
Yeah, that line of Streetsy and Forgione, we saw they were fantastic in the game against the Flyers, and well, they've definitely been a presence so far in this game. It's the offense has come by the way of Forgione on the first 2 goals of this game, but a lot has happened since then as the puck is played back. Rego not quite able to hold the line.
And you can see he doesn't agree with it. A little conversation with the linesman there. Obviously disappointed, as that's a chance to keep things going, and it stops the clock for the Marlies. Just 23 seconds now left on the man advantage.
And if Vaughan doesn't score on this power play, it's very important that they get out of this period with the lead, because then you start talking about holding on to the game. But in the second period right now, it seems like they're probably going to need a little bit more offense to try and fend off these Toronto Marlies. Forgione playing it through center, 11 seconds to go on the power play. Shot ripped and blocked in front of the net, or it might have been fanned. Supino there. Back to the point. Collela. And that shot's blocked, kicked back down the other way, and tripped up there, but Hagiwara is going to bring it into the zone, battling hard for the puck, and we may be getting another penalty. It's certainly a whistle.
It's going to be an interference call here on the Vaughan Kings, but as you can see, that puck took a big piece out of Grizzoli, a tremendous block in order to get in the way, and maybe they call that interference. I'm not sure if he's getting held up or if his leg hurts. You know, if I'm him, it's probably just my leg hurting. Colella going to be spending 2 minutes or less in the box for slashing. He took a piece out of his man and then gave him another whack for good measure.
Power play for the Toronto Marlies, and I don't know if Colella knew that he had some men back to try and defend that, but a great block shot to turn that around the other way, and that's the kind of penalty that was really just created with a good defensive play by the Toronto Marlies. Now the puck is played back in, trying to gain the zone. Bertucci is on the far side, playing it to the middle. Bertucci with a great chance, stepping in from the D. And it's back. Colby Barlow was on it again. MacDonell playing it down low now. MacDonald. Shot there from the point, rebound in front, and just about had to be sharp there. Vaccari, but it looked like it was Barrett who took that one away. Trying to work through a defender there. Down low, MacDonald. Playing it back out to the point. Barlow playing it down low in front and taking away a chance to clear for the Vaughan Kings, and they will, as that puck is going to skip past Bertucci.
Yeah, and Bertucci, a great opportunity to start the power play, broke in on the rush, and he had a chance near the net, and then he was up on top near the blue paint, and then later along the blue line, firing that puck in and creating some opportunities.
Donald creating some havoc in front of the net, but Vaccari is able to cover that one up. 50 seconds to go in the power play.
A great show of sportsmanship there. MacDonald has laid a couple of hits, and he's a very large player. He likes to lay the body, and he pushes people around, but when the whistle's stopped, he's making sure to congratulate the other guys, making sure, patting them on the back, letting them know that it was a good play. That's the kind of player you like having on a squad, because he's fun to play with, but he's a tough competitor nonetheless.
Well, it's good to have players like that on the Marlies if they continue to take penalties, and there's a big hit laid down there. It looked like it was Zachary Sandu with a little bit of vengeance there from the earlier hit on Forgione, but now he turns it over. Forgione just misses the net. He was looking for the hat trick here just past the midway point in this hockey game. In the corner once again, battling for the puck. This is considered penalty killing, I would say, for the Vaughan Kings, and the whistle's blown.
Yeah, and they've killed the penalty because the Marlies just took another penalty along the boards. A lot of stoppages, a lot of man advantages so far. You can see here Forgione looking for the hat trick just off the post, and it's not every day you see a player with an opportunity to get a hat trick. Nonetheless, all of them on the power play. That would have been his third power play goal of the game, but he missed it by a couple of inches.
And it would have been his second goal where he's able to slip it under the glove there of the goalie on the Toronto Marlies. Last one was on Costanzo, but now it's Nikitopolous, so that low glove side shot has been working. He's probably going to continue to go to that if it keeps going. Jackson Mayo in there down low. Rego is out in front of the net now, played all the way around. MacDonald knocked over at the boards. Puck is played off the back of the net, and a chance to clear. The puck will be played to the point. Right to the side of the net. MacDonald just couldn't quite connect with that one.
Deleche, maybe with a little bit more time than he thought he had, as he ripped that thing back into the slot. It was unsuccessful, and we see here a little bit of scuffle. Ryan Nichols and getting into it. I think he's going to be sent off for a double minor here. It's an interesting call from the referee. Excuse me, it's Geyer for what I can only assume is illegal contact, a roughing penalty maybe, the hands up near the head on that scuffle.
So a 4-minute power play coming up here for the Toronto Marlies. If this isn't a good chance to get back into the game, I'm not sure what is. Obviously, we'll have a couple chances to score on this power play if they can get one in the first 2 minutes, but so far the power play has not really been ticking for the Marlies. Everything they've got so far has been 5-on-5. Can say quite a different story for the Vaughan Kings so far, so here we go. Coughlan will be there to take the draw to start off this power play. Vaccari Sandu at the point with Bertucci. MacDonald there as well. That's the grouping trying to get something going. Vaccari Sandu is going to keep it at the line. Puck played down low by Bertucci. MacDonald has it below the net. Martino is going to try and fire that one all the way around the boards. Can't quite do it. Nice keep by Bertucci. Played back out once again, and that one finally squeaked by Bertucci. A valiant effort to try and keep it in, but now he's going to have to set something up again. MacDonell is out there as well. Played all the way into the zone. MacDonell working his way in. Centering pass in front. Coughlan, that one just went past him. Tied up once again. MacDonell looking for someone. Coughlan there. Puck played back to the point. Nice keep there once again by Bertucci, but now the puck is going to be fired all the way back down the ice. 3:17 to go in the power play. Bertucci setting up, waiting for a wholesale line change, and the Vaughan Kings will take one of those as well. Puck played back through center ice, a rather easy entry. Able to throw it all the way around the boards. Coughlan is bodied off the puck right there. MacDonald working it back to the front of the net. Now to the point. Shot fired just wide of the net. Puck played all the way around. Bertucci firing it down low. MacDonell working it out in front. Down behind the net. Played back out and once again cleared all the way down the ice by the Vaughan Kings. Nikitopolous will pick that one up and wisely just fire that one behind the net. But a nice play there by Forgione to try and kill off a little bit more of this penalty. Through center ice once again. Bertucci working with it. He has Francesco Deleche at the point, but decides to go to MacDonell, who just backhanded that one wide. Puck to the front again. Bertucci. Deleche. And now another clear. Kind of a clinic being put on right now by the Vaughan Kings for penalty killing.
Yeah, some great dumps and killing more time off the power plays. Now it'll be just the single minor. They got 2 minutes still here to kill, as we'll get a call here at the blue line or for offside. Man, MacDonell, what a talisman he has been on this power play. We've seen him a bunch of times. He's always around the puck. He's creating opportunities. Saw one play along the boards. He was directing traffic for his defensemen to allow the forwards to stay engaged. I mean, this guy's so important to the way that this Marlies offense operates.
Yeah, they're going to run a lot of offense through MacDonell, whether it's on the power play, 5-on-5, as Im is battling for the puck. A nice job to lose a man there. Played back in once again. Into the middle shot, fired on net, and right into the breadbasket of Mason Vaccari.
Yeah, and Vaccari's already faced 32 shots. He has been under siege so far, and he's held strong, only allowed 2 past him. And, can't really fault him for what's gone against him so far, especially with that one breakaway opportunity.
Yeah, 2 goals on 32 shots, and these are 15-minute periods as well. The offense is really being generated well, but that plays right into the Toronto Marlies game plan. They'll hit you, they'll be rough around the puck, and they'll fire shots on net. That's a big part of their game plan, and well, we've seen them do that a lot. There's been a lot of shots on this power play, but not all of them have hit the net. Some have gone wide, and a lot of clearing opportunities as well. Their setup, once again, still 1 minute, 12 seconds on this power play shot, and another save by Vaccari.
Just all over them. The Toronto Marlies, as we've seen already, they like to play at 100 miles an hour all 15 for 15 minutes every period. I mean, it's hitting, it's physical, it's stick checking, it's getting the puck deep, it's putting shots on net. They're going to make you work to beat them. They do not step off the gas pedal. They are a fun team to watch, but as we've seen, that aggressiveness can get them into penalty trouble.
MacDonell right back out there to take the draw. He's got Coughlan on the wing as well. Kicked out of the draw again. I believe that's Castagna there in the middle. Maybe it's Colby Barlow. Now played down low. MacDonell. Lanni. Forgione. Lanni on there as well. Battle for it. And a hard battle in the corner. 2 players go down. Puck is played out. Fired out in front. MacDonell there to collect it. 51 seconds to go on the power play. And a whistle. Not sure what this one's going to be for, Liam.
Yeah, and looks like the net was dislodged. Getting a stoppage here to try and reset it. We've seen the net come off of its moorings a couple of times, and maybe that's just the nature of how both of these teams have played. The players are getting knocked around, equipment's getting knocked around, and I mean the equipment on the ice is getting knocked around too. We've seen a couple stoppages for the net being dislodged.
Yeah, both teams crashing the net quite a bit in this game, trying to get traffic in front of the goalie. That's obviously important. Steven will dump it in down low. Castagna now on it. Castagna finds Steven. Steven rips a shot off a stick in front of the net. Vaccari looking for it. And a whistle, and he covers it up.
Oh, and some scuffle after the whistle there, and players being separated. It doesn't look like there's any extracurricular activity going on here, but I saw the net get dislodged again as Vaccari pushed back with that right foot onto the post. And might be a conversation, as you can see, he's adjusting it there. It's been an interesting game so far. Vaccari, 36 shots against, only 2 goals allowed. He has been electric, a big part of the Kings' lead so far.
MacDonell, Gasolia, Coughlan now playing the point, sometimes a forward, sometimes a D for the Toronto Marlies, but I guess that's just because he's on the power play right now. Puck turned back, Bertucci and Coughlan, the 2 guys on the defensive side of things on the power play. Shot fired to the middle. Turned away once again. Supino is going to dump that one all the way down the ice. Good job of penalty killing so far by the Vaughan Kings. Man, they've almost killed off this entire 4-minute power play, but a 3-on-2 rush, still 1 more to stop. MacDonell plays it to the side of the net and a save by Vaccari. Coughlan throwing it down low. Power play is over, but still possession for the Toronto Marlies. MacDonell fighting for it at the corner. Coughlan rips a shot. Big block there in front of the net. And was it Barrett there? Yeah, it was Barrett.
Looked like Barrett took a piece out of him. He's an undersized player, but he's important to the way that the Kings play. He's not necessarily going to get himself many scoring opportunities, but it's blocking shots, it's fishing pucks out. He's an important player for this offense and defense to operate efficiently.
Yeah, and a fantastic player. Not the biggest guy as the second period here comes to an end, but that block shot officially ends the period and a 3-2 lead, which is massive considering the way that period ended with the 4-minute power play for the Toronto Marlies. As we see Angus MacDonell from Bertucci, the second period scoring summary. But Angus MacDonell, what a fantastic player he's been so far in this game.
He's been key in making sure that the Marlies have stayed in this game. He's had 2 goals. And 2 things to point out here. First, that shot number, 37-20. Vaccari has played fantastic so far. And that power play opportunity number, 4 for the Marlboros. And one of those was a double minor. So it's been really interesting to see the way that the Kings have tried to weather this storm here.
You don't see 37 shots in a game that often, let alone in 15-minute periods and 2 periods. So credit to the Toronto Marlies. Their game plan is being executed to full force right now as we're going to start off this period 5-on-5. Not something we could say for the first couple of periods. played down low once again, trying to break into the zone of the Toronto Marlies. Dumped down, and holding his own blue line there was a defender for the Vaughan Kings. Down low once again, Angus MacDonell working on the puck. Played through center ice, trying to break in 1-on-4. Puck is chipped in, possession for the Vaughan Kings, but it's just going to have to be fired right back. Colby Barlow is on that one quickly. MacDonell picking it up over the red line. Trying to flip the puck back in. Now he works it in. MacDonell fires a shot off the post, it looked like there. And just about a 3-3 game as the Marlies came that close. MacDonell still on it behind the net. Vaccari looking for the puck. Playing it to the middle once again, and that puck is going to get past. Francesco De Leche is going to fire that puck back in. On it once again are the Vaughan Kings, trying to get the puck out of their own zone. They're not quite going to be able to do it. Now they should be able to. Through the neutral zone come the Kings. Sturge fires that one to the middle. Rego was chasing down the goalie Nikitopolous there, who covers it up.
And if the Marlies are going to tie this game, you have to think that MacDonell is going to be involved in some shape or form. He's been all around the puck here. Rips this one just off the far post. Man, he's got 2 already, and he's looking to make it a hat trick. This has been a fantastic game for him so far.
Yeah, that was flush off the iron right there from MacDonell, which would have been the hat trick, I guess, for him, just missing it.
2 guys looking for hat tricks in this one. Forgione with 2 early on, and MacDonell has grabbed 2 in a row, and it'd be interesting to see if either guy is able to grab that third.
Ryan Nichols was going to pick it up behind the net and try and make it back out. Well, maybe not on that one, but the Marlies have certainly not had difficult zone entries, or exits, I should say. That's been a strong suit of them so far. They've spent a lot of time in the offensive zone, but now they're having to play defense right there. As that shot by Rego is just fluttered wide. Puck knocked off there momentarily. Now coming back the other way are the Marlies. Flipped up through center ice. All the way back into the zone. Playing to the middle. Ryan Nichols, nice job to knock that puck free, trying to hold it in the zone. Chipped back once again, and somehow MacDonald is able to poke that one away, and he goes down, and I can say pretty confidently that that's probably going to be a penalty going against the Vaughan Kings, as MacDonald is hobbling after that.
It's never a good sign. MacDonald has been a big part of the offensive production for the Marlies so far. He was key on the power play. As you can see here, getting into it. Oh, it's a nasty spill there. Sturge comes in with the push on the back, and I'm not sure if there's a bit of a sell job there for MacDonald, and he ends up hurting himself as he crashes into the boards, but a risky play nonetheless, and now the Marlies will try to convert on the power play.
Yeah, definitely a penalty on that one, as Sandu flips that one back out through center ice, but it's going to come back all the way into the zone. The Marlies are going to have to try and set up this power play once again. 3-2 Vaughan Kings. Power play for the Marlies. Working in as Colby Barlow fires a shot. That one's going to go just wide. Looks like Castagna there down low. Working his way in. Castagna still on the puck. Trying to throw it around. Now gets to the point. Bertucci. Played back once again. Down low. Georgie is in there as well for the Toronto Marlies. Played back to the point. Bertucci fires a shot. That one's going to go wide. Chasing it down into the corner. And trying to play it to the middle with Sandu, and Supino, who has been one of the stars on the penalty kill, gets another one out through the neutral zone.
Yeah, he's been a very important part of the way that they've killed these penalties.
Puck played in once again, a chance. One-time shot by Barlow. Covered up.
Not the most comfortable save Vaccari's had today. Looked like that puck snuck under that right pad just for a second, or maybe it trapped itself near that skate, but he looked down, wasn't sure where it was, decided to stay put, and the ref blew the whistle.
He's kind of got himself in a bit of a rhythm right now. He hasn't let in a goal since, I believe, the 19th shot of the game, so I think that's 20 straight shots that he's been able to turn aside from the Toronto Marlies. One-time shot there, that's Colby Barlow, and that one will go just wide. A couple one-time opportunities for Barlow in this game. Hasn't found the back of the net quite yet. Played down low once again. Colby Barlow is going to come in and take that one. Now flip it down low. 33 seconds to go on the power play behind the net. Works it back to the point. Francesco De Leche. Now right over for Barlow, chipping it in. Bit of a dangerous play in front of the net and chipped away once again from the center ice area. Now a chance to clear and shoved all the way back down the ice by Sturge.
Man, and the number of chances Barlow's had on that right side on these power play opportunities, he showed he was doing it with a wrist shot a little bit earlier on, and that time attempting the slap shot. He's been dangerous so far.
Power play's over now. MacDonell working his way in, a nice move through the legs, and it's going to be cut off there behind the net. Played all the way back out through center ice. MacDonell will gladly just dump that puck all the way back in, let his players tag up once again. Barlow, Grossolia, MacDonell. That line's been out there a lot here, especially in this third period, and especially with the power plays. MacDonell working his way in, fires a shot. That one just goes high. Coming all the way back down the ice behind the net of Nikitopolous. Didn't start this game, but he's in now, and he's played well for the Vaughan Kings. Played all the way back down. In fact, Nikitopolous, I guess, hasn't allowed a goal since Costanzo exited in this one. Chase Coughlan working his way in on the backhand. Coughlan, what a move, and he scores! 3-3 game. Chase Coughlan, backhand to forehand, and he finally cracks Vaccari.
An impressive maneuver to crack Vaccari. It's 3-3 right now. That's a tremendous move by Coughlan along the left side. He sneaks in here, displaying the hands, forehand, backhand, and a chip over the left shoulder of Vaccari. Obviously, the goaltender probably expects that to go blocker side, but he goes back across the body. You can see what it means for him, and the team's fired up as they've tied this thing here at 3.
Well, it's Coughlan from Grossolia, but that is a really nice solo effort as he gets his helmet adjusted there by the referee, and that's a nice set of hands there by Coughlan. What a move backhand to forehand, and he just beat Vaccari with the sheer speed of his stick handling.
I mean, a tremendous maneuver to be able to flex the wrists in a position to where you can lift that puck up across the opposite shoulder. For a left-handed shot, that's a little bit easier. For a right-handed shot, that takes a lot of strength in the wrists.
Played back once again through the center ice area, trying to work his way to the middle. Now Sturge will shoot one. That one's just going to go wide. Played back once again. Puck is chipped back, trying to keep it in is Supino, who's played most of the time on the penalty kill. Is a breakaway here and scores! Ryan Nichols. What a fantastic move to get by a couple defenders. And it's 4-3 Marlies.
Goals in quick succession. You've got Coughlan that starts things out, and then Nichols right here, a fantastic move in alone. It's another breakaway that Vaughan has surrendered. Vaccari attempts the poke check, and Nichols is able to lift that one up over the left shoulder. He's an underrated player with a lot of upside. Doesn't play a huge role in this Marlies team, but if you give him the space and the opportunity, he is sure to make you pay.
Yeah, and he certainly capitalized on that opportunity there. It was chipped out, and what a fantastic move as he was able to avoid the poke check there of Vaccari and just chip that puck over the blocker right into the top part of the net. 4-3, 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes to go in the third period. 43-21 of the shots on goal as Nikitopolous will cover that one up.
You having fun? I'm having fun. This game has been fantastic so far. 43 shots for the Marlies and 22 for the Kings. It's amazing that this game is only separated by 1 goal, and we've still got 9 minutes to play. I'm not sure which way this one's going to go.
Yeah, just a battle of 2 different play styles right now. The Marlies love to get the puck on net, and Vaughan plays more of a structured game, but it's the Marlies coming out on top right now. Power plays have been a big part of this game, but we've seen some real skill moved from some of these guys. Castagna working his way in. Shot there, and that one's just high from Georgie. Save there by Vaccari. Puck played down low once again. Sturzy working his way through center ice. He's got Martino out there as well. Tied up at the boards. Sturzy working with the puck, battling for it. Now it's Martino, and he can't quite get the shot off. Behind the net. A battle for it. Who's going to come away with it? It's going to be Vaughan. Shot fired up high, and a shoulder save there by Nikitopolous. Played back to the middle. Rego looking for a shot there. Finds one to the middle. Right out in front. Who's going to find it? Martino fans on the shot. Now he gets it back. Lanni fires a shot. That one's high and wide. Played down low once again. Chipped up on the glove side there of Nikitopolous. Puck is finally going to be backhanded up and all the way down the ice by Georgie, or went past Georgie. Bertucci shoots the puck up. Colby Barlow was there in the middle. Angus MacDonell waiting for some support. MacDonell now back. Zachary Sandu played through the middle. Back the other way, and Forgione is enforcing his will there. Shot fired. That one just goes wide. MacDonell working into the middle, but here comes Forgione looking for the hat trick. Can't barrel his way through the middle of the ice there. Trying to use his size to work his way in. Turned over now. Colby Barlow rips a shot. That one's high and wide. Not the guy you want to be turning the puck over in the offensive zone to, but he just missed the net on the high blocker side there of Vaccari. Puck is played back out through center ice. Toronto Marlies trying to take a 2-goal lead. Angus MacDonell working his way to the middle. That pass just too far, and the puck is wide, but the net was knocked off.
Just end-to-end action. And the Marlies energized by those 2 goals in quick succession from Coughlan and Nichols. They've been on the attack ever since those 2 have gone in. An attempted cross crease there as Vaccari slides. And we'll see here if it was cut off by the defender. Yes, it was a diving block attempt. And Collela gets the stick on it to break up that easy cross-crease opportunity. And Collela, not a guy that a lot of people have rated very highly on this defensive core for the Vaughan Kings, but I think he's been tremendously impressive in the couple games we've seen him in.
Yeah, very high ceiling for Collela. Obviously, he's a rookie this year, but definitely lots of room for improvement, and he's already playing fantastic in these first couple of games. Stephen is going to hold the line there for the Marlies at the point. Coughlan, the latest goal scorer. Or I guess it was Nichols, the latest goal scorer. Coughlan made it 3-3. Puck is played back through center. And chipped back into the zone, and a whistle. Well, once it was the Vaughan Kings who we were saying were running out of time or trying to kill this one off, but now they're having to come back on the offensive side of things, and with just 6:24 left, Toronto Marlies are sitting pretty right now.
Back and forth, the Kings with the first 3 goals, and it's been the Marlies with 4 unanswered. And all of a sudden, the Kings, who at one time had the Marlies right where they wanted them, up 3-0, are going to have to battle back to try to equal this game before the clock runs out.
Puck played down low now. Ryan Nichols bodying his man off the puck. Now it's all the way back out through center ice, and a whistle. Is this going to be a penalty?
Well, I'm not sure. It looks like maybe the net was dislodged once again. We've seen this almost a half dozen times, if not more, so far tonight. And the referee having a conversation with Nikitopolous. Not sure if he's trying to discourage him from doing it again. Maybe it's the way that he's moving across the crease, but obviously we'll have a draw here to the right of Nikitopolous.
Still an offensive zone draw for the Kings. The puck would have been out of the zone, so I guess a little bit of a break for Vaughan. But able to corral the puck behind the net, or the Toronto Marlies played all the way back out and just outside the line. Down low once again. Georgie is cutting to the middle, and it was a shot either way, and shoulder save there from Vaccari.
Yeah, and the Marlies have done a great job breaking in on the left and the right side. They've enforced their will on those offensive rushes. There hasn't really been a lot of pushback from the defensemen for the Kings. We've seen some great plays on the back check, breaking up plays that are already in their zone, but if they were a little bit stronger on the blue line, they wouldn't have to cover so many chances.
Castagna and Hagiwara on the wing, centered by Georgie. That shot's fired just wide. Georgie will corral it in the corner now. Castagna working his way down low. Played chipped out through the middle, kept in by the Toronto Marlies. Castagna takes a bit of a bump there at the boards, and the puck will be taken out by the Vaughan Kings, but now taken right back in. Castagna working his way in, and another whistle.
And Rego looked to be penalized there, trying to keep the puck away from the Marlies as they were working around the blue line, as the stick gets up and into him. And that'll be Michael Im taking a penalty for hooking, I believe. And the Vaughan Kings, with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left, are going to have an opportunity with the man advantage to try to equal this scoreline.
Hey, nice job there by Rego. Just kept his feet moving, kept possession of the puck, and drew that penalty realistically, as he just got away from his man and M, and a power play at a crucial time here for Forgione, and that puck is going to be a high stick there as he bumps into Christopher Grisolia.
And we've raved about Rego's skating ability and his hands so far, but they're showing off the IQ. He knows the position that he's in. There's no way that Im is going to be able to take the puck from him without committing an infraction, and he gets his team an opportunity.
And with the high stick, that puck is going to come outside the zone. The face-off will be on the right side for Forgione, Martino, and Sapino as well, the forwards on this power play. And of course, Rego will also play the point. Trying to get a goal here, 5:20 to go here in the third. Minute 50 to go in the power play. Forgione wins the draw. Rego plays that one back. Martino now has it behind the net, playing give and go. Martino throws it back to the point to Rego. Rego wires a shot on net, tipped up in the air, and it's just going to go wide of the net. Possession still with the Vaughan Kings. Shot there, blocker save. Sandu is going to rip that puck all the way down the ice, as Rego will be there to pick it up. Rego working with it once again, chipping it up the boards, but it's cut off there once again. Through center ice, trying to set something up for the Vaughan Kings. Once again, shot fired there, and a glove save. Puck is loose in front of the net. Where is it? Can he find it? Lanni rips it. And
I'm not sure what happens here, Thomas. There was a scramble in front of the net, and the referee looks to be giving away a penalty here. And it'll make things 4-on-4. It'll go against the Marlies, and if we can get a look at this on the replay, I'm not sure what happened.
well, first of all, it seemed like Lanni had the entire net to shoot at. Let's take a look at it right here.
Is that it looks like Bertucci, while the scramble's going on, he's able to lift the net with his stick accidentally on purpose, and the ref declares it delay of game. We've seen the nets come off their moorings a couple times in this game so far, and they're still having trouble putting it back on. You see one of the spectators obviously not happy with the call, but that's a little accidentally on purpose from Bertucci. I think that's a very smart play. It looks like he's just trying to lift his stick. He ends up pulling the net off its moorings.
Well, the result certainly didn't work out the way he thought it would. As it's played back, Lanni has it now. 5-on-3 power play. Lanni playing give and go. Plays it down low once again. Working to the corner, Sapino. Plays it back. Rego working with the puck. Lanni playing give and go. Gets it back once again. Now he'll shoot one to the front of the net. Fired in front, had an empty net to shoot at, but Angus MacDonell is going to fire that one right down, and a shot on goal on Vaccari.
Familiar territory for the Kings. They had a two-man advantage early on in the game, and they were able to convert on both chances in the 5-on-3 and the 5-on-4.
Working in the zone, played to the middle. MacDonell is going to take it back the other way. It's a 1-on-1 with Rego. And MacDonell is content just to try and kill off some time, fall on the puck. And a whistle right now, as he could have probably done that all day with the time that we are in the hockey game and the fact that it's a 5-on-3 power play for the Vaughan Kings.
And the Marlies showing off their smarts. Bertucci attempting to stop play for a little bit. He gets caught, but then MacDonell playing it along the boards. He stops it in the offensive zone because he knows that that's going to get a draw in the neutral zone instead of doing that in his own area, which would lead to a draw on either side of the goaltender.
Puck is won straight forward by Nichols, trying to get the puck down the ice. Big hit there as Nichols is going to deposit his man into the boards. Back to the point now. They're set up once again. Down low in the corner. Battling for it there. It's fair. Working for the puck, and finally it's going to be taken away. Coughlan's going to fire that puck all the way down the ice. Vaccari picks it up. Plays it behind the net. Nichols knocks his man down again. The arms on the bench of the Vaughan Kings go up, but not the right black and white to get a penalty. Puck is played back once again. Fired to the middle. Glove save there, and a big one from Nikitopolous.
It's been an important 5-on-3 kill here for the Toronto Marlies. They grabbed the lead earlier on and surrendered 2 penalties. And so far, they've weathered the storm through the two-man advantage, and now they're down 1 man for the next 24 seconds or less. And the Vaughan Kings are hoping that that's less.
Big 24 seconds to kill for Forgione is going to take the draw. Sapino is there on the wing. Now Collela Plays it back. Lanni fires a shot. Scores! 4-4. Time dwindling down on the power play. And Lanni, I'm not sure if it was tipped in front, but gets it through the 5-hole of Nikitopolous. And we're tied.
Nikitopolous hadn't allowed a goal since coming in relief of Costanzo, and Lanni puts one on. I'm not even sure that he sees this. It looks like it changes direction twice, takes a bounce towards the middle of the net, and then once again, and it sneaks past him on the blocker side. There's nothing you can do as a goaltender there. A fantastic effort from the Kings to battle back after surrendering 4 straight goals to tie this at 4.
Yeah, we thought it might have been Supino in front of the net as Supino rips one, trying to get one of his own, but whether it went off him or not, I think it was Lanni's goal. It's still a fantastic job to screen the goalie there in front of the net on the power play and really generated that offensive opportunity.
Yeah, with bodies in front, Nikitopolous had looked like he was going to go this whole game with the pseudo shutout. He came in and hadn't allowed a goal, and that's the one he gets past him, and unfortunately for him, that means it's a tie game here.
2:44 to go here in the third period, tie game. And there will not be overtime if this game continues to be tied, but there's still quite a bit of time to get some offense going as we see a whistle as Nikitopolous covers up the puck.
And we've seen how quick the goals can come in succession between these two teams. 2 minutes and 39 seconds is plenty of time to see another marker before this game is out.
Especially considering the frequency of shots on goal that we've seen for both of these teams. As the puck is fired down low for Forgione, that one's going to get past Supino down low. Puck is flipped out through center ice. Sturge chasing it behind Vaccari, trying to get the puck out, fires it up, and falling on the puck there is Sturge. Now the puck will be flipped all the way back around. Michael Lim out of the penalty box, and he's going to have that one get chipped just past him. Supino is cutting to the middle, but the puck is not quite going to find him as it's tipped back through center ice once again. Angus MacDonell is cutting to the middle. A shot is fired up and just high and a whistle.
And Forgione has tried to lay the body a couple times in this game, but I think he met his equal coming in on the right side there. Looked to lay the shoulder, and he's been in that corner on one knee, maybe just trying to collect his breath. Got the wind knocked out of him in a big collision as the Marlies player was breaking in on the right side.
2 minutes, 1 second to go in the third. All the stars will be out there to try and finish out this game, see if they can't pot one here. Next goal is going to be crucial if there is one. Puck is played back behind the net. Rego battling for it again. Coughlan in there as well. Puck is chipped out, squirting by the boards. Stevens keeps it in. Puck is played back down low. Coughlan has it. Plays the point on the power play, but a regular winger, Stephen. Chipping that one in once again. MacDonald can't find his man in Coughlan, who is cutting to the middle, and MacDonald will finish the check there. Stephen steps up to make sure it's not an odd man rush. Passing it D to D, and it's stuck in the zone of the Toronto Marlies now, but they'll have comfortable possession for a few seconds at least. 1:12 to go here in the third period. Puck played all the way in, up high, and a chance in the front of the net. It was MacDonald looking to put one home at a crucial moment in the game. And he just flicked it wide. It looked like he had Vaccari beat and a bit of extracurricular activity, but a whistle.
And tension boiling over. We've got less than a minute left, and that opportunity might have sealed the deal. MacDonald with a hard charge and a nice move towards the net. Vaccari with a big save off the shoulder and on the backhand off the outside of the post into the corner. And we've got some pushing and shoving. Man, oh man, this is going to be an exciting finish.
That pretty much would have done it right there. It would have been a quick turnaround. The faceoff would have come to center ice. 57 seconds. They would have had to pull the goalie quick with the Vaughan Kings and a timeout right now. But let's take a little bit of a breather right here and assess exactly what we've seen so far. A 4-4 game, 47-30 are the shots on goal. Angus MacDonell has had a fantastic game. What would you like to highlight so far in this game from what we've seen?
I mean, MacDonald's been tenacious on the one side. I think Nichols has played an underrated role in this game so far. I mean, just a very collective effort from the Toronto Marlies. And on the other side of the Vaughan Kings, they took the early lead and then surrendered 4 straight, a great show of perseverance to battle back to make sure that they were going to be able to tie this game up.
So the defensemen Geyer and Lanni will try to defend this bit of offensive zone pressure here. Timeout was called by the Marlies. Angus MacDonell is going to take the draw. Colby Barlow is out there on his right wing. Couple stars for this Toronto Marlies team. A couple potential high draft picks as well. Castagna, and that shot's fired just wide. That was Grisolia. Play back to the middle once again. Martino is going to be able to chip that one back out, and can it get out? Yes, it just does. MacDonell chips it in, and he's going to be offside if he touches the puck, and he does. 36 seconds to go. And Liam, this is probably a time for the Vaughan Kings, considering the pressure from the Marlies. You probably want to shut them down. You'd probably be happy with a tie at this point.
Yeah, I think you cross your T's, dot your I's defensively. You try to make sure you take away any open opportunities for the Marlies, because we've seen how effective they've been at putting pucks on net, at creating opportunities. And I think after you've battled back to equal this game, you're happy coming out of this with a tie.
Lanni gets that one in, takes a hit there from Barlow. Now it's played back behind the net. Offensive zone pressure now for Vaughan. Down low once again. Supino plays it down for Martino. Back to the point once again. 18 seconds to go. That puck's going to come back out over the line. One more rush maybe for the Toronto Marlies. Puck is played back through center. 10 seconds to go. Bertucci is cut off there. Back the other way. 6 seconds. Maybe one more shot for the Vaughan Kings. Puck played to the middle. Cole Barrett is in there to chase it down, and that's going to do it. A 4-4 tie. Liam, what a game we saw today. An offensive showing, and really interesting as well to see some of the stars come out. Stefan Forgione, we know you liked his game last time, and he had a great one, especially early on today.
Yeah, I thought he played a pivotal role in the way that the Kings were able to get things going early, and obviously we see coming back towards the benches some words between both of these teams. It was volatile the whole way through. For 15 minutes every period, these teams were banging bodies, they were stick checking, they were getting pucks towards the net, and there was some extracurricular activities as well. But you can see that the Toronto Marlies come out to congratulate Nikitopolous. I thought coming in relief of Costanzo, he played a fantastic game.
Yeah, he certainly did, and just about able to shut them down. And we were wondering why he came out initially, because Costanzo, most of the goals weren't really his fault right at the beginning, but it certainly turned down the momentum as we take a look at the third period scoring. Coughlan, Nichols, and Lanni, but great offense and a clutch goal from Lanni there at the end.
Yep, and that's the goal to tie the game from Coughlan, the goal to take the lead from Nichols, and the goal to tie things back up from Lanni. As we look at this, the shots are what jumps out at me. You can see the power plays for both sides. They had the same number of chances. Vaughan critically scoring on 2 of their 4 power play opportunities. I think that was the difference maker in making sure that they stayed in this game.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in tonight from Thomas West and Liam Crothers. This has been a presentation of the 6 Hockey, and we hope you tune in next time on the broadcast.